the collabs that you have with Hove seem to always hit like very, very differently and special, you know, because I think you both have similar, I would say you both have similar ways of putting your music out through real situations, real experiences that people can relate to. What is it like being in the studio with him or having like sessions with him where you're sort of bouncing, I don't know, bouncing ideas off is the right word, but like everyone always has a Hove, Rain Man story of him being in the room and seeing that process sort of come to life. What was it like for you when you were there?
Well, the thing is, like, I've never been in the room with Hove. Only time I was in the room with Hove was when I wrote the Drunken Love verse, and that was a mistake.
Really?
No more, That's never happened again. You know, B came in the room, she's like, you got something for this? You know, I'm going in. It sounded crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is her song. But
and
I'm
you watched it happen.
Right, I'm just trying to go hard. You know what I'm saying? He probably like, oh, no. You know, we're not putting that out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But me and Hove, man, like, I'm going to say this, man. When I was going through my stuff, Hove was the only person from the label to answer the phone. Hove was the only person that told me come out of his office and talk to me. Hove was the only person that reached out to me. We have a relationship that is not built on music. I think when we collab, we talk about life, we talk about, you know, we laugh about everything, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, we just have this connection because we understand, you know, each other as far as like where we come from, what's our trajectory, and then how we look at the rest of the world, because there's not a lot of people like us, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to what we do. And, you know, even when Emery came home, like, it just all made sense to me, because this is somebody that I heard him talk about in high regards, and my conversations with Emery was like, oh shit, like, he's telling the truth.
Yep.
You know, and just seeing Ty and all these different guys that he really know, and me knowing what I know about them from what I know, and just understanding that. And I think when we collab, it's more so of two guys who really understand what the vision is, coming together and putting the best effort that we can to make something that's going to be amazing, right? And it's never like, it's always like, he can send, I've sent Jay records before. Like, he was doing Blueprint 3, he called me, he's like, yo, he's like, what you sitting on over there? And I was like, shit, what you want? And I said, yo, I got this record called Real As It Get. Shoot it right over to him. He called me, I love it. Change this part, change that part, gave him the song. I call Hove and be like, yo, you know, he called me by my President's Black. I didn't even hear the record. We was doing he called me to do the inauguration party with him. I do the inauguration party. We go over to Love in DC, and we up there just chilling. He have Lenny S play the, he played the song, I do my verse. They stopped the song and play the instrumental. He started rapping a verse I've never heard before to the remix. I'm like, this is crazy.
So that time he performed that record was the first time I heard it
ever in my life.
Shout out to Love.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Love. But all the, and this is crazy, bro. And I mean this in the most respectful way possible. I got more records with Hov than he got with Big.
That's a fact.
Imagine that.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and none of those records came by me like, yo, I gotta get my, it was more so like, yo, I got this. He was like, yo, send it over. He'll send the fire emojis. I already know what that means. I ain't even calling him no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look up one day, it's gonna be in my Gmail.
Yeah.
But I think that we both understand that we have to speak for the have-nots and the people that are still going through the struggle, because we can relate to them and we understand what it is they need to hear to be motivated and inspired to continue to do what they do. Right. And you got to think, like, I grew up listening to Hov. So when the joint you had with Foxy Brown back in the day and all that stuff, like, that was my soundtrack, you know, feeling it. And what was his first joint? Reasonable Doubts. All that stuff, like, that was motivating me then. So even now when we connected and we was doing music together, I felt like we just tag team on motivating. Like, you know, he hit me up for the Every Day I'm Hustler remix. That was Hov. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would hit me for stuff. And then this is crazy. No, I never told nobody this. The reason why I went so hard and I brought up the Usher record was the Love in the Club, because I sat in that room and it was like 30 people in there. And I was on the floor with my shoes off. I mean, I was stressing. I was like, I gotta get this shit. Because the chatter was they wanted Jay-Z on the song. And I'm like, I gotta get on. I need this shit.
I'm not missing this opportunity.
Not missing this shit. And I put the verse down. Polo them went crazy. Shout out to Polo, man. I love Polo. Like, me and Polo don't talk much, but he's the realest.
Yeah.
Because the label was like, we gonna change this up. We gonna put this person on the song. Polo called me. He said, listen to the radio tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I said, what you gonna do? Don't worry about it. He leaked the record. That's what I'm saying. He put the record out in the world. You know what I'm saying? It was like the craziest shit ever. But I remember Jay called me. He was just laughing. He was like, I wasn't gonna do you like that, man. You good? I was just like, yo, I didn't know. And he called me after I did the video. He's like, yeah, you did good, man. He said you didn't get lost in it. You stayed yourself. I love that. And he said, by the way, I wasn't gonna do that to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I love you too much.
That's a real friendship.
Right. Because at first I was just like, yo, this is too much pressure.
Yo, I love y'all and Hov's chemistry because y'all make some great autobiographical raps.
Right.
And I think Seen It All is probably like the best of them. You know what I mean? Because you could kind of see, if you follow both of y'all careers, that felt like a great last chapter. Like, I've seen it all.
20 Pie.
Emery came home, like he's telling the whole story. It's like,
and that record was, bro, first of all, shout out to Cardo. I got the beat from him, and he got this off a Chinese movie from like the 50s or so.
All right, that opening sample.
Bro, it took us the whole sample.
Yeah, the whole joint. Okay.
It took me almost 1.5 years to find the people to
clear
it. So I almost thought the record wasn't gonna happen. Real story. Me, Hove, Ty, Emery, all sat in his office and wrote a treatment for the video. We was gonna fly in to Miami on jets, do it. The first verses on the runway. Then we was gonna go do a party at Live and invite everybody for a pool party and do a show that night. This was happening. This was happening. And then Bobby Smyrna came. Because he called me. He's like, all I'm hearing was hot nigga. He's like, I don't know, man. What? He's like, I don't know, man.
That hat flew in the air.
Yeah, I was like, damn. He's like, let's let Bobby do his thing. I was like, shit.
Damn.
But it was gonna happen though.
Man,
shout out to Bobby.
Shout out Bobby, man. That would have been a crazy video.